We have
Oh,
a special
yes.
guest who is a VIP 5, Mr. Erick Brown. I was fortunate enough to, me and Daniel actually, to meet him when we were on the special event in Miami over in August, actually. And we had we actually, he was probably, I think he was the first person we spoke to in at length on the boat. At the back of the boat, we had a good conversation, and he's a very nice guy. He was very informative. He was teaching at that point. So that's how I got introduced to Mr. Erick Brown. So I'm not going to hold up any more time. All I want to say is that he's a fantastic gentleman. He's a VIP 5, the highest position in the company. I'll let him tell you the rest because he has what you need to hear. So
yes,
Brown, take it away.
All righty. So much pressure. First of all, I just want to say, great job, you guys. Lori, great job. Terry, great job. Daniel, thanks for inviting me. It's always a pleasure. I notice now that I hit VIP 5, people they want me to jump on their calls, and you know, I'm gonna tell my story just to give you guys hope. I guess are you guys, did y'all want to go into the hyperdrive rewards, or we're just gonna save that for another time?
We're gonna save that for another time.
Oh, yes.
And you do your thing.
All right, no problem. And besides, there's a lot of literature out there. But hey, listen, it's a pleasure to be here. I'm just you know, a regular old guy from New York, born and raised, guys, in New York. I was fortunate enough to have retired at a very young age. I know I don't look that old, but I'm older than you. I'm older than what you guys think I am. But I you know, I've been in the relationship space now for quite some time. And, you know, I haven't had a whole lot of major success. So I want to let you guys know that I'm not one of these individuals who, you know, had the spoon in my mouth the whole time, or I'm not one of those guys that have been tremendously successful in this space. I understood it. I understood the space. And we started way back when I was 18 years old. And again, you know, I've made a little money, I've lost money, but I understand financial freedom. I understand leverage. I understand that you got to help people get what they want so you can get what you want. And that I understood. I wasn't one of those guys that was a traditional own a business type of guy. I didn't believe in that because, you know, I feel like those type of businesses control you. When you have a business where you have to be there all the time, you got to hire staff. So I really gravitated towards network marketing, and been in several product companies. And like I said, I did okay. I just didn't make a whole lot. And then all of a sudden, moving forward in 2016, I got wind of the crypto space, Bitcoin. And just like most of us, probably a lot of us have probably been in the same companies, but I got wind of the crypto space. And one of the biggest things that I liked about crypto was that we can get in these programs and it was passive. So we can put some money in and start earning daily. Okay, so I like that because now we can introduce this to the average person. You guys would definitely agree with this, but I enjoyed that part of it because now I know when I introduce somebody to something, they're gonna win, they're gonna earn without talking to someone. And most of these product companies, network marketing companies, you gotta sell a product or people gotta be on an auto ship. I wasn't too successful in that, I'll be honest, but the crypto space was great. The only problem with the crypto space is that there was a lot of programs out there that weren't real, weren't sustainable. And a lot of people lose a lot of money. And I'm one of them. Okay, so I'm here to let you know that I lost money in a lot of different programs. I got tired of it, quite frankly. And then when you introduce this to your friends and they get caught up in it. So we were, you know, when I got the phone call from, by the way, and you guys know, the ballhead crypto guy, Alan, is my sponsor. Everybody knows him. He can talk. But he reached out to me 3 times on this, and I didn't pick up the phone, but the third time I picked it up, and he told me, listen, man, I need to get you on a webinar. And I got on a Kalpesh webinar. Most of us know who Kalpesh is. He does the best, to me, the best webinar on the planet. And I was very impressed. I like what I saw, but again, I had reservations because guess what? I got tired of losing and losing and losing. So therefore, before I really planted my foot and really dove into hyperfund, I reached out to a gentleman by the name of Troy Rader, who is one of the Satoshi brothers. And I said, listen, I need you to take a look at something. It looks really good. I know we were looking for something that was real. I just wanted something real in this blockchain space. So I told him to look at it. And quite frankly, I didn't think he was even coming in because it took him about 2 weeks to even get back to me. But I came in, I got a basic membership. This was in October of last year. So I got a basic $300 membership. So I started out making $1.50 in HU. So while I was making that $1.50, I had him look at it. I had him vet the company because Troy, he has a research and marketing company. And what people do is they pay him to research companies. So I said, what better person to reach out to than him? So he did his homework. And I'm just here to let you guys know that he goes as far as hiring a private eye to investigate the owners because, you know, that's what he does. And that's what he did. And this PI he hired is one of those PIs with all these special clearances, government guys, and they really know how to vet and research someone. So it took Troy about 2 weeks to do this. And he came back. Quite frankly, I thought he wasn't even going to get in. Then all of a sudden, I see a 10,000 HU membership pop into my downline. And I was like, oh, he finally came in. And at that point, I reached out to him and I said, so apparently you like what you saw. And in his words, now we're talking about a guy that made 7 figures in the blockchain space, in the crypto space. And he said to me in his own word, guys, is that this is the biggest thing we have ever seen in the blockchain space. Real owners, very transparent. And bottom line is they care about us. So it's real. And they created like this, as Terry explained, they created this platform for the masses, for the average person to win. So that got me excited. And at that point, I went and bought a 500 HU membership. And then I bought another 300 HU membership. So I'm here to tell you guys that all I ever spent in memberships was $1,100, okay? And we don't make income claims, but I make a whole lot of HU, a whole lot, guys. I mean, I can't even imagine. I had no idea that I would be where I'm at today, 10 months ago, 11 months ago, when I first looked at this. It absolutely works. It has totally changed my life. But more than changing my life, it's the people that I have affected, the people that I have spoken to about this, and just watching them, their lives change. Just watching guys that, and we've all, and I reached out, and I'm old school. I just pick up the phone and I call people, but I'm talking about guys that have been with me in other companies that, just like me, just did okay. And today, these guys are doing extremely well. I'm talking about, and let your mind figure this out. I'm talking about they're doing so well, they don't have to work their full-time job. Without saying the kind of HUs they're raking in per day. But that's what gets me excited to see guys, we're finally winning guys here with this platform because they have this passive component. But as you know, if you reach out to a few people, you will accelerate your earnings. And that's what I did. I just accelerated and accelerated. And today, here I am at the highest level in the company, which I had no idea was going to happen. And when I speak to Alan, and when I speak to Alan's sponsor, Marcus Davis, who's tremendous, and Brenda totally is the upline, we had no idea this was going to happen 11 and 12 months ago, guys. We had no idea. All right. And the reason why I'm tremendously successful is because, again, it's the platform. It ain't me. we have a platform where the average person can come in and start to earn HUs immediately, 24 hours after they purchase their membership. Okay. And that's why this thing works, because the banks are not doing it. Okay. We all know that the banks, you'd be lucky if you make 0.5% in a year with your money in the bank. Your money's just rot, crashing and burning in the bank. So you take a platform like this, where you can come and get a membership and start earning rewards immediately. And it absolutely works. I mean, every day I'm just seeing people ranking up in this company. We're seeing just so many people succeeding, and me being one. I'm an average guy. I reached out to a handful of people and it got it started. Then I reached out to a few more people and I just pick up the phone and, I just, nothing special. I just say, listen, I got a platform where you can 3x your money, or I got a platform where you can earn 0.5% a day. And that's all I say. I need you to take a look at it. Now, some people want to know more information, but I'm here to tell you that if you try to explain it and don't get them in front of something that can explain it, you're doing yourself a disservice, because you're going to lose that person. Don't try to explain it. Just keep it simple, man. Trust me. I tell them, trust me, this won't be a waste of your time. Just take a look at it. I guarantee you'll be blown away. Keep it simple, guys. It works. Everybody that comes in this thing is earning. I went, when we was in Miami, and a lot of us here on this webinar was there, but there was one common denominator, folks, is that from the person that was strictly passive to the person that was building the community, they were content and happy. Why? Because they were earning HUs every day. Okay. I understood it. I said, I want to accelerate my rewards. I didn't want to wait 600 days to get to those bigger numbers. I wanted to accelerate it. And the way this thing is set up is so ingenious, because they only pay you what they owe you. Okay, that's what makes this sustainable. When you get a bonus, it's not any extra money, guys. They're just paying you quicker, upfront quicker. That's all. And they're paying you what they owe you. So if they owe you 10,000, they're gonna pay you 10,000. Now, if you do rebuys, it's gonna 3x that membership, and they're gonna owe you more. That's why we say do the rebuy, because every time you do a rebuy, you actually earn more. So we love it. It's been, like I said, this has totally changed my life, things I've been able to do. Money's not an issue anymore, guys. I used to go out and, haggle. You go out and you buy something, or you get some work done. Like I've had some major work done at my house. I'm able to, drive the car I want, totally debt free. I'm just letting you guys know these are the possibilities. Because I have no debt, my credit score shot through the roof. I never had a credit score that high, and it's because of this platform. And I'm so blessed that I'm happy I picked up the phone, because I started not to pick up the phone the third time when he called me. But I'm so blessed that I said yes, and by me saying yes, I have affected so many lives, guys, all over the world. And that is what really excites me about what we have here. But again, I'm nobody special. Did make it to the top, and it's a great feeling. And it's lonely up here, guys. So there's a lot of room for everybody to, to succeed here.
Awesome.
And, yeah. So
awesome.
Yeah, it's incredible. I tell you,
Thank you so much for sharing that with us and letting us know your journey. Terry, I think it would be good, even if we're not going to go into much details on the hyperdrive, if we would at least let everyone see what that looks like, what the level 5 looks like. Some people don't know what that looks like. And we have that one slide that shows the breakdown of the VIPs and what that looks like.
Oh, okay.
Sounds good.
Okay. Let's do that really quickly here. And Eric, if you don't mind, as soon as we finish this, I'll show this in a second, and you can answer a few questions. I'm sure there are people chomping at the bit to we your questions answered.
No problem.
Okay, so what since you have the experience in this, you want to go ahead? Can you see this, or you can't?
Yeah,
See?
I can.
Okay. Well, why don't you go ahead and help us with this since you are the VIP 5.
All right, sounds good. So what you guys are looking at are 3 different ways we earn rewards. So you have the community rewards, all right? You have the VIP rewards and the global rewards, which I get all 3 of them. And that global reward is exciting when you get the VIP too. But what happens is with the community rewards, you want to go to the next slide. So here you're looking at the community rewards. It's very simple, guys. It's a simple uni level, okay? So anybody you refer to the community is direct to you, they'll be on your front line, on your first level, okay? And anybody you refer, you own 20% of what they earned, not what they put in. So if they buy $1,000 membership, okay, they're earning 5 HU a day. You earn 20% of that, which is $1. Okay. Now it doesn't sound like a whole lot, guys, but $1 times 30 is 30 HU a month in residual. That is just me being in the industry so long. That is incredible because most of the time I'm used to getting 2 and 3. But anybody direct, again, is you earn 20%. And then when they bring someone in, okay, that's basically your second level. And when that person brings someone in, that's your third level, but it pays 30 levels deep. And you can look on your second level, it's 15%. Then on the third is 10%. And from the 4th to the 6th, you earn 5%. Remember, of what they earn, okay? Not the membership they purchased, what they earn. And then from the 7th and 15th, you earn 2%. And then from the 60th and the 20 level, you earn 1%. So again, it is a simple uni level. Now, to unlock each level, you'd have to bring in, to unlock 20 levels, just to make it simple, you need to refer 20 people to the community, okay? So for instance, if you refer 3 people, you will get paid 3 to your third level. If you refer 5, you get paid 5 levels. If you refer 20, you get paid all 20. That's why I have over 20 personals, because this way I leave no HUs on the table. So I hope that I hope that makes sense. But again, this is a uni level. It's simple. Just to recap, anyone you personally bring in is considered your level 1, and then whoever they bring in, and then whoever they bring in, and so on and so on. And it will pay you, and it pays every day, 7 days a week. I'm used to being in other programs where they paid 5 days a week, and I used to hate for Saturday to come because it would stop paying me on Saturday and Sunday, and I would have to wait until Monday to see it again. But with this hyper fund, guys, it pays every single day you wake up. You will see these HUs in your account like clockwork. These guys have not missed a payment since I've been in for 11 months. These guys got plenty money. They own these billion-dollar companies and very sustainable guys. 0.5% a day, very sustainable. So this is the VIP rewards. This is as you start to build the community. This is not, if you just want to be passive, this is not for you, okay? This is for the person that wants to accelerate their rewards and build the community. So the first level of rank is expert. And that just simply means is that's a person that has 50,000 HU in memberships outside of their biggest leg. So how can I explain that to make you guys understand? Because that's important. You cannot include your biggest leg. So I'll give you an example, my example. So I sponsored the Satoshi Show, okay? The Satoshi Show is by far my biggest team. So yes, I get paid the 20 levels, I do, but in terms of getting promoted or ranking up, I could not use their volume. So I had to create other members outside of them. So out of those other 22 members that I have, I created 50,000 in membership volume, which ranked me up to expert. And then if you look at the pro rank, which is next, you need you need a total of 125,000 HU, but you actually, it's cumulative. So all you actually need is 75,000 more. 75,000, right? Plus 50,000 equals 25,000 HU. So what happens is, once that happens, you earn an additional 2%. Now, these bonuses here, by the way, pay to infinity. Okay, they don't pay 20 levels, they go beyond that. All right, and then 1 star, you need 250,000. You earn an additional 4% to infinity. 2 stars, 6%. When you become a 2 star, that's a sweet spot, because at the 2 star level, you earn global bonus. And that is really powerful. I guess on the next slide, I'll show you that. That right there is, they pay once a month on the 4th of every month. And that's a nice, probably 4-digit in HUs. So that's really nice. You get it once a month. Then 3 star is 1 million in volume. By the way, this is all cumulative. So if you have 500,000 in HU as a 2 star, all you need is another 500,000 to equal 1 million in HU to become a 3 star. Then you got 4 star and 5 star where I'm at. You get an additional 12%. The VIP bonus alone pays 4 figures a day in HU. Just want to share that. As you start moving up, I do believe once you hit the 2 star level, I mean, you could probably start thinking about calling up your boss, and saying, listen, man, I ain't coming in today. I had enough. And, it's funny because I have two of the guys I personally introduced to this left their jobs. And one was only an expert, guys. An expert. And he retired because he was making more in Hyperfund than he was in his full-time job. All right. And then, I have another friend of mine that told his people, he hasn't left yet, but he basically told them that, you know what? I'm not, I don't have the focus I used to have. So I can't, I don't want to do this anymore. So, but it works, guys. So this is a global bonus. They take 4% of the total company revenue, and they split it amongst everybody that's at the VIP 2 level and above. That pays on the 8th of the month. And that's ridiculous, once a month. So very lucrative, guys. It works. And here's the thing. You don't have to participate in the community rewards. I highly recommend it because it'll accelerate what you're earning a lot quicker. And you can compress the time frame. But again, this thing is changing so many lives all over the world. So we thank Ryan and Sam for just creating this platform for us where we can really excel and have something that we can look forward to passing off to our generations to come. But anyway, thank you guys so much. Back to you, Terry.
Well, I'll be coming right back to you because I know there's some questions, I'm sure, and I see one question already. T has a question. Would you mind answering some questions?
Sure, no problem. I'm here.
Go ahead, T.
Hello, Mr. Brown. How you doing?
Doing
Mr.
fantastic.
VIP, congratulations again. All right, so my question was on the slide where you were showing the different percentages, and on VIP 5 at the bottom, it says if you reach, that space, that your daily rewards would be around 40,000 HUs a day. Is that true?
No, that's not what you got to read that again. I think that was based on that scenario. That's based on that scenario. Yeah, that's all.
Yeah, this year.
Yeah.
You see
Estimated,
right
no, it's 4,800 per day. 40,000 is the overall value, and then they take a percentage of that. So
right. Okay, so the 4,800 per day, is that somewhat accurate, or?
Yeah, that's average, I guess. I'm way past that. I'll let you know that.
I hope you guys picked up on that.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Yep.
So
No
T, you're
problem.
smart. Yeah, T is smart. She is. That is a good way to get the answer Lee, right there. That was T. I gotta give it to you on that one, boy.
That was
Strategic.
That was
absolutely.
something right there, boy.
Good
That's
job,
very
T.
good.
You guys, you
I
guys
am
know
glad
I know
she's
that's
on my
why.
team, man. I'm glad she's on my team, boy.
She,
Smart.
he was going, hey,
Strategic.
he was going somewhere with that, huh?
Yeah, man. She said, like, if you're not
Absolutely.
going to tell us what you're doing, I'm going to get it out of here one way or the other. Go ahead, Dr. Erick Hall. Erick Hall had a question.
Man, no, I enjoyed T doing that for
Yeah.
sure. Congratulations, VIP 5.
All right.
Oh man, it's awesome.
At the end of the day,
I heard Kalpesh say that like the average VIP 5 makes like 5,500 to 6,000. I think that's what I heard. I'm exceptional, guys. I'm telling you now, because the overall volume is ridiculous. So I look at those numbers, you know, when I was probably, you know, anyway, I'll leave that alone because we don't want to make income claims. There's no enticement here. My income, whatever I'm earning, doesn't mean you'll make that, but it works and people are earning very well. That's all I can tell you. Very well.
well, I appreciate that, Mike. And I think, Terry, if I'm still able to ask the question,
Sure.
what I was going to ask is, as you kind of talk from being the average guy that had some, what would you point out to the group as a way, as you approach the business? You've looked at this and seen the opportunity. Take out the Satoshi brothers, who were exceptional from the get-go because they were in the space. How are you marketing to the average Joe?
So again, I'm not into online marketing. I do have a cell phone, and in the process of being in this space, there were certain people I stayed connected to, and I just reached out to them. But let me share this. A lot of those people initially didn't run with me, okay? But then when they seen what was happening, they woke up, okay? And now those guys that didn't run with me, we're talking about guys that probably would have been 5 stars had they ran from the beginning. But now these guys are, you know, a couple of 2 stars and moving up the ranks. But, you know, like I said, I never made big money in the space, but I understood the space. And I did have a circle. I'm not going to say people looked, I'm not like E.F. Hutton. When I speak, people listen. It wasn't like that. But people knew that, you know, people knew that I was into this type of stuff. But I had a few people that I can reach out to that we've been in other crypto deals that went under. You know, I had guys that when I reached out to them about Hyperfund, they were already doing another deal. And basically, I let them know that that's not going to last. And guess what? It did not last. And those same people now realize, you know what? I should have listened to you. But nothing special. Like I said, I pick up the phone and I say, hey, listen, Steve, I got something you need to take a look at. I know you're doing something already, but I've never seen anything this big. I need you to look at it. I need your opinion. Okay, guys that, you know, that don't look up to me, but I say, listen, I need your opinion on this. I think this is huge. I think you appreciate this. I'm not trying to take you away from what you're doing. You just got to get the people to get on it. Now, it wasn't easy because there's a lot of people that didn't get on the call. There are people today, and they figured out, like some of them don't really know what I'm earning, but they know VIP 5, you got to be doing it, you know? So obviously you hit the top level, they know that you're doing well. And a lot of those people still have not come in. So I don't want you guys to think, oh, it's easy for you because you're a VIP 5. People listen to you. No, I still have challenges, but I did reach out to a few key people and they came in and they didn't start right away, but now they're starting to work it. And, you know, over the last couple of months, it really started to move because, you know, people reached out to some people in the industry that could bring people in. And it just helped me get to the next level. I also want to say that when I went to Miami and met you guys, it pumped me up even more being around you and Rodney, because as soon as I came back, 2 weeks later, I was a VIP 3, and then I hit VIP 4 when I came back from that event. And then 30 days later, I went to VIP 5. And it was just some momentum at that point. You know, one of the guys that came in, when I first came in, he didn't do anything. And he's a story. Because, you know, it's the stories that people get. So he didn't do anything. And he brought in a guy who started building it and building it and building it. So what happened was I called him up and I said, listen, man, you were losing out every day because you only have one person referred. Meanwhile, he had a ton of memberships under him. So what he did was he reached out to a friend, and he had a friend come and he bought a $300 membership. And he immediately went to 58 HU a day. And he called me up, I never forget. He goes, what's this 58? I said, well, that's what you earn per day now. He was like, get out of here. He was blown away. Trust me, that got his attention. And then I think he had brought in his daughter, got his daughter a membership. And then he went to over 100 HU a day. And he really, and that gentleman there that came in from the beginning was a guy that I believe would have been, you know, 5-star, but he gets it now. He's a VIP 2 today and doing well. I mean, the guy, you know, he was driving Uber to make ends meet. And I was telling him, I said, dude, you're killing me, man, Uber. And he doesn't do that anymore, guys. And he is so thankful for this platform. And he tells me every day, thank you so much. Man, I should have listened to you when you first came in. Because people watch me, I stay focused. I'm not getting distracted. There's a lot of nonsense out there. I did not get distracted. And we worked it, you know, and I'm, you know, I just got some key people that really made this a lot easier at the end of the day, you know, and yeah, you know, I couldn't just rely on the Satoshi brothers because obviously I couldn't use it. I had to have 5 million HU outside of it. It's not easy, but we got it. We did it. We did it. We got it done. But nothing special. I'm not an online marketer. I don't have a script. You know, I just, you know, tell people, listen, take a look at this. Trust me on this. Take a look at it. You'll be impressed. You'll be blown away. Just take a look at it. Just got to get people to see it. Once you get them to see it, that's half the battle. You know, once they see it, I would say maybe 85% of people that see this will do it, if not higher, because it just makes sense. Especially once you do your due diligence and you understand who's behind this, because that's a big key to why a lot of people came into this, especially people that were in this space, because they said, well, wait a minute. Obviously, these guys look strong. So they just had to just do their due diligence. But it's a sexy story, guys. I mean, you got these owners who, you know, in the beginning lost a ton of money in the space. They believed in it, read the white paper, lost millions of dollars, but they believed in it, stayed in the game, and ran up turning it around. These guys became billionaires. And, you know, I tell people all the time, if it wasn't for our owners, I don't think we'd be sitting here talking about Bitcoin. Mm-hmm. That's how much of impact these guys have made in this industry. So it's a big deal, guys. Big deal. Don't miss it.
I see your hand, Lori, but hold on a second. Are there any new people who have any questions? We don't want to dominate with the people. With any new people who have any questions for Mr. Brown? Anyone? Or if you're not new, but if it's your first time here, this first time on the call, or you just got started, you know, any questions? Okay, go ahead, Lori.
Okay. All right. So this question I'm about to ask actually is one that I've encountered a lot, which I think a lot of new people would think about. And that is, Mr. Brown, what do you tell people when they say, well, what about withdrawing the money from the system? How do you, I'm not asking you to tell me how to withdraw, but I'm just saying, what do you say to people about the fact that it works? Obviously, you're a 5-star, your daily is working for you in your favor, and you're able to change your life. Mm-hmm. That's the ultimate. You have been able to change your life. How does that withdraw? What would be the best thing you would tell us to tell people about withdrawing from the system?
So obviously I tell people, this is the cryptocurrency space. It is different from what you're used to. There is a learning curve. There is, but it's not difficult. Once you do it a couple of times, it becomes second nature, and it is worth it. It is worth learning this. I believe eventually everything will be digital, but I just tell them, listen, it's worth it. I mean, look at where I'm at today. Trust me, it's totally worth it. But there is a learning curve. I'll let them know that straight up, because people can get intimidated. You go into that who, and you go into that spot account, your head will be spinning. But, there are other platforms that kind of simplify it. And I don't know if you guys have ever used Simple Swap.
I was just going to ask for any tips. Okay.
Oh, right. Yeah, no, if because.
Oh, Simple Swap is a tip.
Yeah, simpleswap.io is simple. This is why I tell people, because we got to simplify this. So first of all, in New York, we have an issue with certain exchanges. For some reason, we can't use certain exchanges in New York. So to make this so simple, I tell people, everybody's familiar with Cash App, right? And a lot of people don't realize that you can buy Bitcoin on Cash App. So as far as funding your account, because let's face it, not everybody starts with a 10,000 HU membership, which is the sweet spot because you earn 50 a day. So I tell people, go to Cash App, buy you some Bitcoin. You just got to verify your ID, buy some Bitcoin, then go to Simple Swap. So it's 2 steps. Buy the Bitcoin, go to Simple Swap, and it automatically puts the USDT in your Hyperfund account. And it's not crazy fees, but it's simple. So we gotta make it simple so people get it. And then once they do that, then we can show them other options like the Who and Binance US and Kraken. But just to get people in, because I believe once people get in and they start to see those HUs come in, they're in. They're like, oh, in most cases they want to put more. They want to get a bigger membership. But that's what I tell people. I mean, it's it's a learning curve, but
right.
Okay, it's worth it. And I take HUs out every day, so I can kind of do it. And I use the Who. I can do it with my eyes closed. I like it. But we have to make this simple because it's got to be simple, easy, and duplicatable. Crypto's not simple, because there's certain things I tell people to make sure you look at the address. See, in crypto, everybody has these long addresses, and I tell people to look at the first 4 and the last 4 just to make sure you're sending it to the right address, because unlike the banks, you send it to the wrong address, you ain't gonna see it, it's gone. But the good thing is if you're using the Who, they've been able to recover for some people. That's another thing. And we own that exchange.
That's awesome.
I've had people, because I've had people send USDT to BTC address, but these guys were able to find it and refund it. I mean, they charge you some USDT, but it's still worth it. And I've heard it happen like 2 or 3 times. So again, company owns that. That's one of probably the top 20 exchanges. And our founders created this, and it's a huge exchange. It's not, as Calpes says, a Billy Bob.
Yeah, that's his word, Billy Bob.
Yeah. Let's go. Keith, you had a question.
Yes, I do. It has to do with, by the way, I'm from Jamaica. It has to do with the app. Well, we're not getting it to work properly here. I'm not sure if it's a model of the phones or what, but the app, it's especially with the iOS, it's not working properly. It's not downloading properly either.
Isn't internet better? The internet format? I mean the web-based format?
No, he's saying
Well, we do use the web.
He's saying
We do use the
iOS.
web,
That's Apple.
but it's taking us to a test flight thing. It's taking us to a test site. Not sure why it's not working properly. And some of the Android phones, it's not working properly with them either. I'm not sure if it's a model problem or what.
So so you're saying you go to the App Store and did you download the app on your phone?
Yes, but it's taking us to a test, like a test site, like beta testing thing. I'm not sure, but it's not giving us a straight download with the iOS, and it's not working on some of the Android phones. So I don't know.
You gotta unmute yourself, Eric. Okay. Yeah.
Are you downloading the right app? Because what is it, guy? I can't. It got a P in it with like a white. The P is blue and the background is white. Are you downloading the right app? Because and by the way,
from the link. So it's been downloaded from the link.
Oh, you know what he's talking about? You're talking about the HyperPay app. I thought you were talking about. I mean, the HyperFund app. You're talking about.
Yeah, the HyperFund app.
Oh, I thought in my mind I'm thinking HyperPay. So
no.
I think, you know what? For some reason, I think they were having. I don't know if you can download it with the iOS with the Apple yet.
No. The Apple app is not working. It has to be the Android. But I would suggest, Keith, that you just go to the site, the HyperFund H5
web version.
Right, web version. Forget about the app. Just use the web version. It works perfectly well. But some
it's
people,
the same thing.
Yeah.
I don't even use the app. I go right to the web version, right on my computer. You don't need that. It's the same thing. I mean, some people like to just click on an app, but if you type in H5 the HyperFund and save it, it does the same thing.
That's what I use. I'm okay with that. It's just that the app would be nice on the phone. So, but
no, I understand. Yeah, no, I understand.
All right, that's my only problem. Other than that, we're doing well here. I'm building a nice community. It's awesome to be a part of this community. Really awesome.
It looks like you're on the job or something. You working?
Oh yes,
exactly. Hey, I knew that because guess what? I'm retired law enforcement. So I said that looks like a vest.
Oh yeah. I'm getting out soon. I'm getting out real soon. This HyperFund thing, it's amazing. It's awesome.
Yeah. We have, absolutely. I agree with you. We have a guy that has a nice team in Barbados. It's really
okay.
Really?
Yeah.
That's my country.
Well, here in Jamaica.
Oh yeah.
People are just getting the hang of it, but when they really do, I'm telling you, this is gonna take a lot of persons out of, out of some really bad time. It's awesome. I've never I've never seen a program where everyone who gets in just earn every day. This has never happened to anyone in network anywhere.
Absolutely. That was real and sustainable. We got to preference that.
Yeah.
Because there was a lot of stuff out there, and it was paying these ridiculous percentages.
Yep.
Guys were getting 2%. I'm like, it's not gonna last. And they didn't even know who the owners were.
Mm-hmm.
It's a joke.
Yeah.
It's a joke. It's a lot of that stuff,
Hi, Keith. I have people in Jamaica that I'm trying to hit too.
Oh, great. I probably hit them already.
I
hope not. I'm about to say you better hit them before he does, but I guess you might be late.
No, this is good.
Don't you touch my people, Keith.
It's easy. This is easy because the thing is, you earn every day. You can see what you're earning. You can plan. You can plan ahead. You can say, okay, I'm gonna work this thing for a year, 2 years. You can just plan ahead and you know exactly what you're getting. You know what you signed up for. You know, it's awesome.
Absolutely. It's
All right.
hey, listen, we finally found the blessing here with Hyperfund, you know.
Yep.
I mean, it's
All right.
just the
Well,
best thing.
thank you, Keith. Anybody that appreciate your contribution? Is there anybody else that want to jump in here before we get into
Yes.
past our time? Go ahead.
Eric, thanks for being on the call tonight. Thanks for being the person that you are, because you took time with us when we came to Miami. I mean, we were like really just excited and happy to be there. But from some of the meetings you've had an opportunity to attend, where do you see the company going in years to come?
So that's a good question. I mean, you know, they're still evolving. You know, in the words of Rodney, there's more to come. I mean, they're going to be more rewards. You know, there are going to be other rewards coming out of their ecosystem, from what I understand. So we have to wait and see. The hyper mining, they're trying to figure out how to pay rewards on that to the downline. So more rewards, guys. I mean, as if what we're getting is not enough, but there's more rewards. Obviously, I'm looking forward to that IPO. We have to see how that plays out. Don't know how they're gonna, you know, distribute shares or whatever, but that's something we can look forward to. I mean, we'll be able to get loans through these guys. Hyperfend. I mean, that's incredible. And I guess they'll use the crypto for collateral. They said, I don't know the logistics of the stuff, but this is exciting stuff that we can look forward to. I mean, they already moved their operation to Dubai. They got out of China because China's a hot mess right now. But you know, more rewards to look forward to. And hey, we can't argue on that. You know, you know, future looks incredible. You know, again, you know, I'm not privy to everything, but I hear some stuff through the grapevine. Just have to confirm it. But that's what it was designed for, that ecosystem they have. And, you know, we'll be able to obviously use those because that's what they're building a customer base for, to support the ecosystem. But yeah, I mean, I look forward to seeing you guys ranking up, you know, and hitting these different levels. And man, I'm so fortunate, guys. I mean, the way this thing played out, I'll be honest, man, I just had no idea this would happen this quick. But I guess I was following my sponsor and his sponsor, because those guys are all VIP fives. And Brenda, you know, I mean, just dream come true is all I can say, you know. Yeah.
And you say you started in October?
Yeah, October of last year. So it's been about 11 months now. Yeah, well, 11 and a half months. Less than a year. I mean, you know, I just didn't know it was going to happen like that. It took me 3 months to become expert, by the way.
Okay.
Because, you know, I guess the first month I just kind of chilled out and I was waiting, you know, because before I start diving in, I didn't want to drag people in if this wasn't going to last, to be honest with you. So I kind of didn't start until probably about 30 days. Then I reached out to a couple of my friends and they all got it, you know. Some didn't start right away, but now everybody's moving, everybody's working. And obviously, I mean, that is a huge task of hitting VIP 5. And you know, I'm humbled, and I mean, it's a blessing, you know. You know, I mean, because we know obviously to hit expert and pro, you know, takes work, you know, but you know, it's you guys, you'll get there. I mean, you know, you just consistently expose, consistently reach out to people's numbers. And, you know, this here, unlike other things, when you have people come in, they're never gonna quit. Nobody quits this guy. This is one thing I tell people too, is that, and you guys could maybe take notes, is that we got a platform where there's no monthly fee, no one quits, and there's no attrition. Just think about that, you know? Nobody, so we don't have to worry about your HUs going down. And as a matter of fact, every single day, my HUs have gone up from day one. Every single day. And people want to hear that. When you tell people that have been in this industry, when you tell them that, you know, a light goes off, because they're used to, you know, people coming in and getting, you know, bringing people in a product type thing where there's a monthly fee, and then people dropping off. Like, the attrition is ridiculous. So, you know, I speak on that. I say, listen, nobody quits. There's no attrition. And from day one, my HUs have gone up every day, you know. And then just imagine with the rebuys, that's more. Like, every time somebody does a rebuy, you earn more HU a day. I mean, it's just unheard of, you know. And the people that come into Hyperfund, what do they have to do to earn their 0.5%? Nothing, right? So that's like the auto ship, the 0.5% a day, which in turn everybody earns. It's just different. It's totally different.
No, Eric, with respect to, first of all, before I ask that question, are there any other questions? Because we're getting late now. It's getting.
Yes.
Yeah.
What question? Go ahead, Judy.
China stopped using Bitcoin recently. How do you see it impacting the Hyperfund Chinese market, and will that trickle down?
That absolutely doesn't affect us, because number one, they moved out of China. And, you know, these guys are always at the forefront, so they know what's happening. But for months now, they've been moving the operation to Dubai. So it won't affect us, okay? You know, there's issues. We're still earning rewards every day. My personal opinion is not going to affect us, because they don't, remember, they have offices all over the world, but the Hyperfund, they moved to Dubai, which is very crypto friendly, super crypto friendly. They love crypto out there. That's why they moved out there. So it's not going to stop the operation.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Lori,
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Judy. Lori Holt.
Great
Anybody
question.
else that's new, or that's recent signee member. Any questions? Trying to get the new people to ask questions. If they have questions, get them in before we wrap up. Okay, go ahead, Lori.
Okay, so the question is, again, it's another one that I receive a lot. Do you by any chance have an idea of what number we're at the 30 million goal? Like, how are we really far from the 30 million, close to the 30 million?
We're very far. I would say probably, because I would say maybe about 450,000 members. We're far from 30 million. You know, yeah.
I just never knew what to respond, how to respond to people, because I don't know. But thank you for sharing that.
Yeah, because I know maybe about a month ago, I heard a number like 350,000, and this is growing very fast. So I'm gonna say, you know, another four. I'm gonna say maybe about 500,000. I think that's a pretty close number, but far from 30 million. Far from it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Good question.
All right. Are there any other questions? Keith, I see your hand up. I'm assuming
One
that's
last question. This is
okay.
I didn't know how to push the hand button, Terry, but
okay.
Mr. Erick Brown, I got 27 members of, I think, the NYPD about to retire, family and friends kind of thing. Okay. And I was looking to show them. I heard you say you're former law enforcement and you're from New York. Yep. So
from where? Not from Europe.
Are you available to? No, New York.
Yeah.
Did you say you were from New York?
Yeah, exactly. But here's the thing. I'm gonna let you know that Cops are the most negative guys on the planet. Okay. I don't deal with them because as soon as they say, oh, you have to, well, first of all, it's one of those things. You have to bring anything that resembles bringing people in is a pyramid. They'll wear you out.
Sure.
Okay. So I have one friend of mine that, and I didn't even bring him in, a pastor brought him in, but I used to work with him and he's in this. But I guess part of the reason is that I'm in it and he sees what I'm doing. So he's in it and he's brought some people in, but cops are the worst, man. I'm telling you, but I'm not saying they won't see it, but you have to present it. But they are very cynical and skeptical officers.
Sure.
Even when I was on the
Okay.
job, and I was doing other different deals, they used to laugh at me like, oh yeah, because they used to stay for overtime. And I used to come in there with my suit on and my briefcase. And they say, yep, I know. You're going to do one of those deals. But I'm not saying, definitely reach out to them though. And you could use me. Definitely. You could use me and say, tell my story. Tell my story.
Absolutely.
I have a pension that I get. I did 20 years in the police department, so I get a pension, okay? And that pension pays me once a month. What? I earn 3 times that in a day. Just process that for a minute. That's insane.
I'm good. So a magic question that most people want to hear is, so have you withdrawn from the, I think when Lori was talking about it, we understand the accumulation, from the membership, and I'm new in this thing, but, I've been in different opportunities similar and built, pretty quite teams. So like you, I was hesitant until I understood, that this is going to be around. And, with the things like this, the videos that you can find on Amazon Prime and all these other intricate parts that make this thing sustainable, I'm all good now. You know what I mean? And then when you meet people like yourself that, is giving your time to tell your testimony through the business, I mean, that's all this is about. We're going to change lives. I mean, doing this thing here, and it needs to be shown that there's a good thing that can come from it. We got ministries that's going to be that's built from this, from people like ourselves on this platform. So I just appreciate that time. So thank you very much for sharing.
Yeah, and by the way, I love your name, man. And you spell it exactly how I spell it. Not many guys spell it that way with the C and the K.
No, I grew up in back east too, so I'm from. We know we want to be different a little bit. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm out in Cali right now, but I've been out here since 85. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've been out here since 85. Came out here in the Navy, but I love this opportunity and this platform. So it's time to build. This California team is going to be off the chain. So I appreciate Terry and T. Lori, you got a bunch of people out there that's really pushing hard. Daniel, Carl, Karen, so VIP ones, so I'm excited about being a part of the team, man. So thank you guys very much for the night.
I'd be glad to have you.
I got a question.
Sure.
Go ahead.
Thanks for being a part of the Hyper community. We love it.
Go ahead.
Hello, Mr. Brown.
Yes, I'm here.
Is there any pastor in this community? And when I go, because I want to see if I could get my pastor in. Okay, and so you say you just say to them like you have a opportunity that they should look at.
Yeah, have a platform where you can earn a 0.5% a day. You could even to spice it up. And like I said, I don't script it. I said, because sometimes when you say that, people think, oh, they might think negative. So you could even spice it up and say, These guys have been featured on Yahoo Finance and Amazon Prime. Throw that in there. So it takes away the skepticism somewhat, because, people have been approached with so much stuff, especially if you say cryptocurrency and stuff, because a lot of people lost. So, I mean, it depends on your relationship, with that person would determine whether they'll look at it. People get into things like this with people they trust or whatever. So, again, it can't hurt to ask. You got to at least put it out there. But obviously, in this space, the people that have a circle of influence will grow your business a lot quicker. I tell people all the time, like, some people are afraid to talk to like professionals, like lawyers and doctors, when in turn, those are the people you need to talk to, or a business owner. Would you, and I'm gonna ask you this, would you talk to a guy that was making $1 million a month? Would you talk to them about this?
If I knew one, yeah.
Well, yeah, but some people won't, because they feel like, oh, this guy got what he wants. He don't need, trust me, those are the people you need to talk to.
As a matter of fact, I sent an invitation to one to get on tonight, but I checked and I didn't see him on from another company that I did.
Yeah, that happens. I mean, listen, it happens to me, guys. Even though like I haven't brought nobody new in because the community, the team keeps me so busy. So I'm kind of like in micromanagement mode. But there are people I need to reach out to. Even as a 5-star, it's not, I mean, I spoke to several people before. They know I'm doing well. They looked at it. Oh, I like it. I'm interested. But that's it. Haven't heard from them. So it happens to me. I'm just letting you know that. It's not like everybody I talk to come in. No.
Well, thank you. Appreciate that.
Okay, we're gonna try to wrap this up now. I know T, you had one other question. We're gonna try to wrap it up within the next 3 minutes. It's almost 10 o'clock.
Yeah, I don't know if it was asked. Actually, my phone died and I had to get back on. But I had 2 questions real quick. One, how many do you have direct to you? I don't know if that was asked or not. And 2, you said how many?
22.
22. Okay, cool. 2, in your journey from expert to VIP 5, was there any risks that you ran across or any speed bumps that we will have to worry about?
The answer is no. I'm gonna say no in terms of the company as a whole. When you say risk or speed bumps, no, there was nothing. I mean, I don't know if you guys, when they transitioned from the old app to the new app, I don't know if you guys were part of that. There was some challenges because the HUs weren't coming out properly. So people were getting all tight. And then even when they came out, they were less than what people expected. But guess what? They made it up. And what they did was they went to 0.7%. So eventually they caught up. But that was the only hiccup that I experienced. But guess what? They eventually got everybody whole with their HUs, because some people were crying, boy. In the Telegram groups, I was like, why? They were really crying, but they got it together. And like I said, they even gave higher percentages for like a month. They went to 0.7%. I was loving that. I was like, whoa.
Right. And I kind of knew you were going to answer that way. I just wanted people to hear it from the top level. So thank you.
Sure. Where can I find people like you, man? I like you.
Oh, well, what can I say? I had good parents, put it that way.
Yeah,
Mom and Dad are still together after 36 years.
That's awesome. It shows. You're very, like, your questions are good because you say, you ask questions people need to hear the answers to. So it's good.
Well, thank you, Mr. Brown, VIP 5.
Thank you.
Okay, It's about 8 o'clock here on the West Coast and 11 o'clock on the East. And
Terry,
yes.
it's
Yeah,
okay
and
to stay on
I
longer.
gotta,
We don't mind.
yeah, I
We
gotta,
like talking to Mr. Brown.
yeah, I gotta, and you know, I gotta stop. And I haven't eaten dinner yet, and I know it's 11 o'clock here on the East Coast, but I gotta eat something. I gotta stop. This is me. This is what I do. I sit here in the home office, and I'm on Zooms, and I'm on phone calls, and sending emails out. This is my life, but I can't complain. It's worth it. You know, it is worth it.
Okay, well,
It is worth, and you don't, and listen, you don't have to be a VIP 5 to live a good life in Hyperfund. You don't, you know, to let you know that. You know?
Okay, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Okay, so with you saying that, because that just popped up a question. At what stage do you feel that you no longer had to worry about money being an issue?
Definitely at VIP 2.
Okay.
Because you get that global bonus, and the global bonus alone is just as much as my pension.
Wow.
And I'm not even including about the daily HU. So VIP 2, yeah, I think you'll be good.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Yeah.
okay, Mr. Brown, Eric, we're gonna let you get a break so you can get something to eat.
Yeah.
We appreciate you coming on and sharing your experience and your knowledge and your information with us. We're gonna put in a standing order for you to come back.
Yes, Mr. Brown, hurry back.
Yeah. I'll turn it over to Daniel so he can wrap us up here.
Well, listen, we want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. This has been a blessing and a pleasure to participate and have this guest on tonight. Eric, you've gone beyond our expectations. You've helped encourage, motivate, and help us move forward. And I promise you, you're going to even see more production from this team than what we've had before. So I want to thank everybody. I want to thank you, especially Eric, Terry, great job. Lori, awesome job. Thank everybody. Let's come back in tomorrow night and do it all over again. Oh, we got training tomorrow night.
It was my pleasure, guys. And definitely appreciate you guys. And I mean, y'all had about 50-something people on the call. That's impressive. That is impressive. 50, yeah, that's great. I've been on webinars where it was like 11 people, 8 people. So you guys are doing something. Y'all making
hungry.
Yeah.
We hungry.
Yeah, so let's do it. You know, spread the good news. Spread the good news, you know.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to have you back, and we're gonna try to have over 100. We're gonna have over 100, and we're gonna bring you on back and make it even more worth your while. Okay. And by the way, so you'll be in Miami in next month in November, correct?
Yeah, I'm gonna go. You know.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely. Okay. I haven't booked my tickets, but I'll be there.
Okay. Well, I'll probably get to see you again there when we come back down. Okay.
Sounds good. All right.
All right. All right. Thank you guys.
All right. Take care.
And everybody have a good night, and we'll see you tomorrow here at 5 o'clock in the evening, 5 o'clock p.m. Pacific and 8 o'clock Eastern. Everybody, thank you.
Great job. Great job.
Great job. Good night, everyone.
Good night, everybody.
Happy
Lori. Great job, Terry.
All right. Thank you.
Awesome.